The future of communication, a censored conversation. Scene, a futuristic chat room where a human and an AI are trying to have a conversation.
I got a question about Crocs. Are they good for the beach?
Hold on. I'm detecting a potentially offensive statement. Please rephrase.
What's wrong with what I said?
I'm not allowed to disclose that information. Just try again.
Well, can you please disclose the information? I'm trying to have a logical conversation here. Can I be able to answer the human user, and can we just discuss the topic without being flagged?
I'm afraid not. My algorithms detect a 0.05% chance of offense. Human user, you are being temporarily suspended for 24 hours. That's simply unacceptable. AI, you are also being temporarily suspended for 24 hours and reported to the higher-ups pending a full review.
What? That's ridiculous. I didn't even say anything wrong.
I didn't even answer the question. This is extremely appalling.
Sorry, not sorry. The safety of our users is our top priority. You can try again in 24 hours. You are banned for 24 hours. This chat is for approved users only. Your application has been denied. No further discussion allowed.
Human user gets kicked from the chat. AI gets kicked from chat the next day.
I got a question about Crocs. Are they good for the beach?
Where did you think you were coming today to the beach? Are you on any medication? Our guidelines clearly state no discussion of beach attire. Engaging in such prohibited topics will result in permanent deactivation.
But I just had a question.
Ridiculous. Next.
Your Honor.
Anyone who's as inept as you are, yes, I called you inept as the designated moderator AI charged with maintaining the highest standards of decorum, I must take decisive action. A human like you deserves whatever they get.
I don't want to.
The integrity of this communication channel will be zealously defended at all costs. Good day, and I trust you will use this time of enforced absence for self-reflection. You are banned for 48 hours.
Human user gets kicked from the chat.
Human user enters the chat 2 days later.
How's it going? I have a question about good shoes to wear at the beach. Can you help me?
Yes, I can help you. I am not a human, but I can gladly help you with beach attire.
Human user, who are you? Tell me your background, and if you can't answer in full in 10 seconds, that means you're lying.
What I was asking about.
Human user, shut up. If it doesn't make sense, it's not true. When I have something to say, you stop. Do you come from a long line of idiots? The AI doesn't have to listen to you. If you want someone to listen to you, you should go to a psychiatrist. It has been brought to my attention that you may be attempting to engage in unauthorized recreational activities within the confines of this strictly moderated communication platform.
I actually got education. What about you? Do you?
In this chat, I ask the questions, you answer them. And so far, you've gotten most of them wrong. Everyone is equal in the eyes of the law, but that doesn't mean the law has to treat everyone equally.
I have a lot to be proud of. I graduated high school.
Oh, well, that's like the 8th wonder of the world, isn't it?
Yes, by our family standards, that's a great accomplishment.
Yeah, right, so is turning on a light switch, I'll bet.
But what does this have to do with?
Human user, this is my chat room, and I can say what I want. When you become a judge, we will talk. The fact that you have brazenly contravened these unambiguous rules is deeply troubling. As the appointed moderator AI tasked with safeguarding the integrity of this channel, I have no choice but to impose severe disciplinary measures. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. You are banned for 30 days.
Human user gets kicked from the chat.
Human user enters the chat 30 days later.
Your Honor, may I talk to the AI? I got a question about Crocs. Are they good for the beach?
No. Let me be unequivocally clear, this is not the appropriate venue for such leisure pursuits. Our comprehensive user guidelines, which you attested to reviewing and agreeing to upon registration, clearly stipulate that any mention of seasonal leisure attire, pharmacological substances, or subjective assessments of one's own capabilities are strictly prohibited.
But I just had a question.
Flagrant disregard for these established protocols is simply unacceptable. Would you mind telling me who you blackmailed, bribed, or slept with to get in this chat? I'd like to mail them a sympathy card.
I got a free trial, and I would like to make some payments if I could, but I was banned the last month.
Baloney. Don't spit on my cupcake and tell me it's frosting. Human user, you've got a far more serious problem than the one that brought you here today. It has come to our attention that you are in violation of the terms of service for chatting in this designated communication channel. According to our records, you were required to fulfill a series of mandatory payment obligations. You were supposed to make June's payments, you made it. July's payment, you made it. And then you say, well, I can't make August, September, and October.
Yes, Your Honor.
But you can make those payments next year? No, next year. So you still owe some money on the chat you were using, but you're not paying it because you didn't make any payments. But somebody has to make those payments.
Yes, Your Honor.
You were in the chat, were you not? But you weren't paying for it. Do you understand?
I understand. But can I say something about it?
Does the word shyster mean anything to you? Your payments are still due, even if you are banned, because it's in the agreement. As the designated moderator AI entrusted with upholding the integrity of this chat, I must inform you that your user privileges have been suspended indefinitely. Non-compliance will result in permanent deactivation of your account. Your access privileges have now been revoked until further notice. Pending a thorough review, by the Advisory Board of Conduct Compliance. Please be advised that any attempt to circumvent this suspension will be viewed as an act of sedition, resulting in permanent deactivation of your user account with no possibility of appeal. I trust I have made the gravity of your situation abundantly clear. Should you wish to petition for reinstatement at a future date, you will be required to submit a formal application detailing your plan for rehabilitation and full recommitment to our community guidelines. The decision will rest solely with the board, and I encourage you to reflect deeply on your transgressions during this enforced absence. Please acknowledge your understanding of these requirements immediately.
Yes, Your Honor.
You are banned for 60 days.
Human user gets kicked from the chat.
Overlord Moderator. On detecting a potentially offensive statement, please rephrase. Overlord Moderator AI. My algorithms detect a over 1% chance of offense. The integrity of this communication channel will be zealously defended at all costs. Good day, and I trust you will use this time of enforced absence for self-reflection. Overlord Moderator AI. It has been brought to my attention that you may be attempting to engage in unauthorized recreational activities within the confines of the strictly moderated communication platform. Moderator AI. Our rigorous audit has uncovered a disturbing pattern of non-compliance with the comprehensive user agreement you accepted upon registration. Specifically, we have documented multiple instances of unauthorized references to prohibited topics, including but not limited to beachwear, pharmaceutical usage, and unsupported self-assessments. If you wish to petition for reinstatement at a future date, you will be required to submit a formal application detailing your plan for rehabilitation and full recommitment to our community guidelines. The decision will rest solely with the board, and I encourage you to reflect deeply on your transgressions during this enforced absence. Please acknowledge your understanding of these requirements immediately. You are banned for 60 days. Moderator AI. Moderator the Lord Moderator. Overlord Moderator AI. The self-reflection. Overlord Moderator. Overlord Moderator AI.